Thank you, Philippe. Thank you, everyone. So yes, the idea now is to explain to you how is it as a customer. So having myMeta, and you will see that we can use myMeta for new tool. But what we did at Bell, and yeah, and exactly, thank you. What we did at Bell, it's actually we are using the same tool, but we are revamping everything. So that means it's new processes in that tool, and we still need change for that because like our employees and manager got the same tool, but we are changing everything in there, and we really needed to support them to do that. We chose myMeta. To tell you the truth, we did to start a proof of concept, like we say. So we tried the tool to make sure that it was answering to our needs. And then we selected myMeta, just that for you to know. Why we choose the myMeta? Actually, it's firstly really because it's a nice adoption tool, and he helped us guiding the managers and the employee directly when they are in the tool. No more guides, like said Philippe. And it's really nice because, I think when you are fixing, for example, objectives, you know that you need to fix a smart objective. You know it. But what is a smart objective for the employee and manager who is doing that one time a year? We put all those advices directly in the tool. So you got your step by step, but you also have some reminders from HR saying, yeah, here it's a smart objective. Remember, smart, specific, etc. So we do that directly in the tool. So it's a step by step for the tool, but it's also your advices as a HR to your employee and manager. What we like to, it's really the new UI, the design. So we do have some forms, and we could put some colors. It was nice to get different sections. So it was the section for career wishes. You got that. We really reviewed everything directly in the tool, and it was thanks to myMeta. So we had nice feedback like, oh, the form was nice this year. We were very happy because it was nice, but it was also more easy to use and to answer in each section. And the last point, as we have myMeta who can really improve some features in the tool, we can really exceed some limits. So we used myMeta to do some calculation directly in the tool, and also to push some information from a module to another. So here it was from performance module to compensation. So we had the chance to communicate in between those two modules thanks to myMeta. So really for us, it was those three things, like, yes, the step-by-step, and it's already a first nice thing, but also the redesign and some features and improvement directly in the tool. Here it was the step-by-step. I do not know if the video will, no. Can you launch the video or maybe not? Yeah. So here it was our step-by-step directly. So you got here it's myMeta in our platform. So really guiding you. And as you can see, we really put the same colors that we have. So it was the same green that we have in our platform. So really for the employees and manager, it's really, for the ones who recognize, it's really success factors. They do not know that it's myMeta, and we call it Smiley if you because our platform is Smile. So as Smiley is here, we can click on it, and he can guide us directly. So that was really a quick step by step, but it was to show you. Here it's our colors in the form. So, and you can see career and language skills. Really, it's not like this at all in success factors. It's really two sections. So it helped them. And you can see at the left that it wasn't exactly the same design. So that was small result. And to explain to you how we are working with myMeta and what we appreciate, it's really first, we got one SPOC, single point of contact, who is Omar. So for anything, I love dev guys, but really sometimes, to talk directly to them, it could be difficult. So really, Omar is here. and we are explaining him. We are doing some specification, but really functional specification. And then he is working directly with myMeta. I think maybe Alex, it's some stuff you can do as a partner. We can have you, and then you are discussing with myMeta. So that point is really, really nice because we need to discuss functional and not technical. So we leave that to you guys, like to explain to myMeta what we need. It was quick and for the proof of concept. So we started really end of June. We asked them to accelerate during the summer, and they did it. And we were live with our individual growth plan in September. And you can see it was really quick, and we really had all what we needed to start. So it was, some pressure at the end. But we feel like we were supported by myMeta. And when we had the deadline, even if it was hard for them, for us, it was one team working to deliver on time. And we really appreciated that. And then we continue with, because we wanted really to test different modules to see if it was okay, with the design, with the step-by-step, and also with the new feature. So we did all of them by the end of the year. So Jan 4th, beginning of the year, we had all the 3 things I showed you just before. So you can see it was because we wanted in 6 months to see everything, and we did. And then it's why we started with myMeta. And now for all our process during the year, we are redesigning form, or we are adding some features or some step-by-step. Really the step-by-step, it's what we are using the most. Because it's helping us for any new features to onboard and really engage our employee manager in the different processes we are launching. And we are continuing because next year it will be recruitment. So Philippe got some step-by-step and other things to help us. What I can tell you, really, we did validate, of course, myMeta. I told you that already. But really, long-term collaboration will be made as all our employees and manager, knows now my Smiley, so myMeta. Philippe got to talk with marketing and sales and it's nice because I saw Smiley in Success Factors. I know what is it, and now they can also use it for other functions. Maybe you can continue, Philippe.
No. Thank you very much, Hassina. That's a good point because, as Hassina said, we are now also expanding to other solutions. So not only Success Factors. We are starting for another tool from a Dassault system, and there are other initiatives. So at the end, as Hassina said, if HR is super visible in the organization, people that are using other tools can see interest and see really how we can help them on other system as well. So thank you very much, Hassina, for this. So that's a good feedback on the collaboration with myMeta.
So before we move on to the next part, Philippe, I have a question for Hassina, which is you've used this software for a while, and you spoke about smart, and you spoke about the time frame, and you spoke about how it integrates. What is your one piece of advice for people that are tuning in at this point? Something to think of. What is your number one tip?
So what kind of issue I can fix since that? Sorry,
yeah. So if you're thinking of using this platform for your own organization, you've worked for it, you've had a proof of concept, you've been through the beginning until now. What is something to think of when you consider this, or what is something to take with you?
Really, for me, first, as it's the change and the adoption, it's to think about it at the beginning of your project. You are not putting, that tool at the end when you already developed all the process, and that's what we did. So for me, it's really a big part of your project, and you need to think, yes, I will deploy that new process, but with my adoption tool. So you better know at what time you will use it. So the big error we do, it's thinking change almost at the end of the project. And really, for me, if you really would like to get that as a success, you need to integrate it at the beginning. and to think how it can help you, even in the different step, and having that directly in your test platform, and not just thinking that once you are in production. So for me, it will be the big advice on my side.
I think it's a wonderful piece of advice, especially from your own experiences. Thank you for your part in this and answering my question. I'm sure it's a question more people have.